Social media has become a staple in most people's lives. We see people using it to pass their time, for entertainment, work, and promotions. Experts say social media is not harmful until you start using it to compare yourself with others.
Social comparison breeds dissatisfaction when it comes to social media.
Clinical psychologist Simon Sherry studied how perfectionist and non-perfectionist females feel after using social media.
When those young women made upward social comparisons, comparing themselves to lofty and unrealistic images, they tended to get depressed and to feel poorly about their bodies if they were perfectionistic.
Sherry says social media affects female perfectionists more negatively because they tend to set unrealistic goals for themselves.
They also tend to be intensely self-critical, very self-doubting. They'll check and recheck to make sure something's perfect. They also report and experience an intense pressure from other people to be perfect.
The 4-week study was done with 135 females between 14 and 15 years old. Sherry says they focused on females because they tend to be more vulnerable to emotional and psychological issues.
You're going to see more body image concerns among women and maybe rates of depression 2 to 3 times higher in women as compared to men.
Clinical psychologist Hannah McKay Bennett says perfectionism often goes hand in hand with emotional and psychological issues.
Typically things like anxiety, depression, body image concerns, eating disorders.
And that's why she says social media use can often lead to low moods.
There's a bit of a vicious cycle of perfectionism where our self-worth is tied to striving for perfection or striving for achievement. When we see other people's perfect image and then we compare it with all the flaws that we're seeing in ourselves in the mirror, it can offer this false sense of reality or make it seem like everything is going well in somebody's life and you don't see all the other struggles that they might be having.
She recommends perfectionists to monitor their behavior on days when they're using social media and days when they're not. Talk to yourself like you would with your best friend and seek professional help if you're struggling.
A lot of folks struggle with perfectionism and it is something that can be helped.
Charmaine Samani, Global News.